Hey there guys, Patrick here bringing you another exciting battle report brought to you by Gaming Grots. Today we're going to be battling out in the mission battle plan, Shifting Objectives. So in this mission there are the 3 objectives along the center line, and then we have to roll at the start of each battle round to see which one is considered the active objective to kind of make us keep moving so we're not just sitting on the same one and collecting the same amount of points. So we can get those extra points for holding the primary versus the secondary, and then for holding more as well. In this one, the underdog's advantage is if they're the underdog, they can make the active player re-roll where the active or primary objective is going to be to possibly give them a better chance to get back those points and get back in the game there. So as you can see, we got our nice foresty landscape here still. We got our 3 objectives going down the center, the 2 forests blocking them off in between to help shake things up. And our places of power, we got the vortex and the shrine back here to help us out. Alright, let's take a look at those armies. Hey there guys, Patrick here bringing out the megas again today for some destruction on destruction violence. Taking out again today for trying out the Stomper tribe because we've got some of the little megas so we can get that extra jump up and down. We are 2 drops today. The General's Regiment, got my Gatebreaker Mega Gargant General, taking the Monstrously Tough and the Glowy Lantern, so he has the extra wounds, and then hopefully those help him stick around a little bit longer and maybe we can get out some of those endless spells. And then alongside him is the Man Crusher Mob, and then in the 2nd Regiment is just 2 Gatebreaker Mega Gargants, because I just love the Gatebreaker so much, and the big damage from their flail is just awesome. And that is going to be 1920 for points today, so we will get the extra command point in that first battle round. Let's take a look at Jesse's army.
Hey guys, Jesse here, bringing some Cruelboyz for our game today. First time running them in the new edition, super excited. So I'll be playing the Kruleboyz middle finger, so I can give 3 of my Bolt Boys increased range to their their shooting attacks. I've taken the Spell Lore, Lore of the Swamps, the only one I can take, and then Manifestation Lore, I've taken the Morbid. So going over my General's Regiment, I just have a Swamp Call Shaman with Potgrot and a 6-man unit of Manskewer Bolt Boys. In my 2nd Regiment, I've got a Snatch Boss on Sledgedraker Beast who's taking Egomaniac and Mork's Eye Pebble, so getting to pass off wounds on a 4+, and then also once per game I can give 12-inch bubble of 5+ ward. So I've also taken a unit of reinforced gut ribbons in that unit, and then 2 3-man Skewer Bolt Boys. And then for the last regiment, I've got Snatch Boss on Sledgedraker Beast with the Beast Skewer Killbow, and then 2 units of 3-man Skewer Bolt Boys. And that rounds up my list to 1920 points, so I will be getting the extra command point at the start of the game.
Alright, here we are after deployment, Mega Gargants. I've got 1 Gatebreaker on the far side, my other non-general is kind of in the middle with the smaller Megas, and then my general on my far left here. And then looking down at the Cruelboyz forces, we've got Bolt Boys everywhere. The big unit of the Cruelboyz up front, the 2 Sledgedraker Beasts behind, the Beast Bow, and then some more Bolt Boys on the far side here. But Jesse was a 3-drop today, and I was a 2-drop, so I am going to be taking the first turn. So we're going to get into Mega Gargant's turn 1 hero phase. Alright, so turn 1 hero phase for Suns, our battle tactic is going to be taking the flanks, so just getting a unit within 6 inches of each of the short edge. Should be easy to do with our 2 Mega Gargants, no problem. For our summoning, we're going to try and bring out the Quran Spine today because we got the Incarnate. Looking for that 8. We do not get it. That's going to be it for our hero phase. Are you going to spend 1 to
Yeah, we're going to try
cast?
to bring out the Sun.
Okay.
So he does have an 8+1, but if I roll a 4 or less, he loses that ability.
Okay.
Nope, but doesn't go off.
Okay. So no endless spells for either of us. That's going to be it for the hero phase. We'll get into Sons of Behemat, turn 1 movement phase. Alright, so end of the movement phase, run it over with our far Mega Gargant, keeping him kind of back, hopefully, so he can't get shot up too much, but help him with the objective. Other Mega moving into the forest, so he can't be shot here, but he's going to be dangerously close to the Spear Boys and the Sledgerakers who might want to come up and try and take that objective from him. Man Crushers running around, so they can't be totally shot up, not getting them fully into the forest on this side here, so there could be just the one unit of bolt boys to shoot them. And then General running over to get the far side and get us our objective, our battle tactic, but he is a little bit exposed for some bolt boys, because as Jesse was telling me, he gets to pick which units get the benefit of the extra range every turn in his hero phase, not something he has to decide like at the start of the game, and then those are the only 3 units that get it. So a really cool new rule for the Cruelboyz there. But with that, we got just 2 rocks to throw. So big guy throwing his rock from out of the forest. He's just going to throw it at the unit of 3 bolt boys right over here by the shrine. So look for that 3 to hit. Hits. And on a 2. Oh, that is away from the rocks. So that's going to wound. And I believe, double checking again.
Negative.
Ren 2 or 3?
If it's 2 or 3, I think it's go through either way.
It is 3.
Alright, so going through either way.
So 4 damage.
Okay, so kills 2.
Oh, the ones by the shrine there. Or
Just leave the
vortex,
sergeant
sorry.
there.
Yep, no worries. And then General, far unit, right by the ruins there. Same thing, just the 1 rock. He hits. And he wounds, so another 4 damage.
Oof.
But the other little ones ran, so they're not going to be throwing their little rocks, and that's going to be it for turn 1 for Sons of Behemat. So we do secure the primary objective, which, we didn't mention at the start of my hero phase, is the far objective here. So that is 2 points for the primary, 1 point for a secondary, 2 points for having more objectives, and then 4 points for the battle tactics. So that's going to be 9 points for Sons of Behemat to start us off as we get into Cruelboyz, turn 1 hero phase. Alright, so turn 1 hero phase for the Cruelboyz. What's your battle tactic going to be, Jesse?
So we're going to be going for take their lands on that back one there. We do got a dirty trick. It is on a 2+, but I don't think there's any other battle tactics I can do. So in the movement phase, I'll probably try to teleport one of those units over there to try and capture them.
Yeah, just to secure the terrain there.
Yep. For hero phase, I'm going to try to give them the foul elixir. So on a 3+, they get a +1 to their save, so they get that.
Nice.
And then I'll also try to cast the Mork's Cunning on them to give them another +1. Which goes off because he does have a +1 because of the pot grot.
And it goes off on a 6?
Yep.
Yep, awesome.
And then for shooting ranges, we're going to give it to... I think we'll... Not much is in range anyway, so I think we'll just give it to 1, 2, 3 just as a backup. So these 3 units have +3 to their shooting attacks.
Okay. And that's it for your hero phase?
Yep.
Alright, might as well, because we do have the extra CP this first turn. We'll try and get the Incarnate out again. Need that 9. Oh, saw the 6 first. No good. Alright, so with that, we'll go to Cruelboyz, turn 1, movement phase. Alright, so end of the movement phase, the Cruelboyz are moving up. Jesse forgot to do, we did quickly off camera, to give his +1 damage buff to the Spear Boys from the Sludge Raker in the hero phase, but they did get that off successfully. And Jesse did successfully get off his teleport, bringing the 3-man unit of bolt boys just within range to tag the objective here, but staying outside of 12, so I can countercharge him and try and deny that battle tactic there. Other bolt boys, units of 1 left over, just moving up, ready to kind of speed bump and get some shots in, and the unit of 6 moving over, hopefully able to get some shots this turn or next. But with that, it is going to go into Cruelboyz shooting phase. Which bolt boys are going to start us off?
We'll start off with the back unit there.
Sure.
I'm just going to do... I will use all-out attack on that unit because they technically count as moving.
Okay.
Because they teleported. So they'll be hitting on... So 1 shot each. Sergeant gets 2. And just 2s and 3s.
Just real quick, is the 6-man unit in range of...
No, they're
Gemma?
not.
They're not? Okay. So this is the most shots essentially
Yeah.
going into these guys. So I guess, yeah, we'll give these guys all-out defense.
Okay. So we got auto wound and then 2 hits and then 3+. So we've got 3 at -2, 2 damage.
All right. Going to... Pretty sure they're just 5-ups, not 4s like everybody else. Yeah, so they're just going to 6s. Can we stop one? We do not.
Okay.
So 2 damage each.
Yep, 2 damage
So
each.
6. Sorry about that, guys.
And then we just got basically the sergeant in there going into the big boy.
Yep.
So 3s, 1 auto wounds.
Yep.
And another one, so 2 at -2 again.
6s for him. Nope, takes both.
Okay, and then I think this guy might be in range as well. Yep, we didn't give the range to that guy. So again, Sergeant, same thing. 2 hits and 2 wounds.
2 wounds from 2. We stop one? No.
Okay, not
another
bad,
4.
boys, not bad. So with that, I think that's all of our shooting. So we're just gonna get.
Oh yeah, 3 over here.
I think they're out of range, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
I guess the 2 front guys.
Yeah.
So 3 shots. 2. And then 2. -2.
Nope, takes both. So another 4 on him.
Awesome. And then we just have charges here. Unless you got
throw a rock. Sure. It's general. He's just gonna throw a rock at. Try and get rid of one of these. That front unit there. Why not? -1 to hit. Still good. On 2.
Yep.
That'll get him.
Crushed.
Finish off 1 unit. Just to stop Jesse from rallying each one slowly but surely. So that's going to be it for the shooting phase. Are there going to be some charges for the Cruelboyz?
Yeah, so we're going to try and charge into there.
Alright.
Looks like we need like about an 8.
Okay.
Nope. We'll use a reroll.
Alright.
We want to fight. 6, 7, 8.
Just do it. I think
Pals.
that's going to be the only charge.
Yeah, I don't think the other guys will be able to get
for
in.
the sled rakers to get around. Alright, so we'll see where those guys end up and get into the combat phase.
He's a hero, right?
Yep, he is a hero here. So after charging in and piling in with the Cruelboyz, Jesse's got them all ready to tag in and poke up into the Mega Gargant. But first we're going to see if he can do our awesome jump up and down. So we're looking for that 3+. Doesn't go off, so no jump up and down to try and thin those numbers first. So we're going to get into the Cruelboyz combat phase. Alright, so first Jesse's going to see if these guys can get the crits or mortals on a 5+.
So it'll be the venom encrusted dirty
the
trick.
buffs don't stop for
3+,
these guys.
so they get it. Alright, so 2 attacks each, hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s. I won't use all out attack because I want to. I guess I might as well. So it'll be 3s and 3s. No run now.
Okay.
But mostly looking for
all
5s
out
and
defense.
6s. Yeah, makes sense. So I'll pick out these. I think that's all of them.
It's 9. But hit the rest hitting on 3s. You did all out.
Yeah. And then 3s again. And no rend on these or anything, so just straight saves for those guys. So there's 5, 10, 12.
12. Alright, so with all defense on 3+, takes 4 of those plus the 9 mortals, so he takes 13 total. A good stabbing.
Good stabbing.
Alright, time for his swings back. Unfortunately, we can't also use all out. We want for the defense.
Put these out of your way here.
So hitting on 4s with the flail. That's going to be 3 hits. And then 2s. So that's 3 at Ren 2.
So just their base 5 up. So 2 go through.
So for 8 damage.
Okay, so it'll kill.
Just 4 guys, because there's still 2 wounds apiece.
Yep.
Awesome. Just get him with the 2 kicks. 1 hits. 1 wounds. Ren 2.
Just their 5 up. Goes through.
D3. Kills another. And then the grip. Hits. And wounds. Ren 2.
He blocks
Stops
it.
Alright. And that's going to be it for him, because yeah, we'll do the other strike to faction train. Alright. So that's going to be it for combat for Cruelboyz this turn. It's not too shabby. They did a pretty good stabbing into the gatebreaker there, but he is still going to hold strong. He's just a little bit off. He needs 2 more damage for his control to go down
Nice.
to 10. But otherwise, he is still holding, so Jesse will not take this objective here and did not get in on any of the other primary objectives, but did achieve his battle tactic for take their lands, so that will be 4 points for Cruelboyz. As we go to that priority roll.
1,
2.
So your choice.
All right, so we will get into Sun's turn 2 hero phase, which will make Jesse the underdog. So we can roll to see the primary here, which Jesse can make me re-roll here. So if we're on D3, to my left. So it would be this one here.
Yeah,
would you like me to re-roll?
Yep.
So we'll go to the center at least for
Okay.
Jesse. All right, so we'll get into Sun's turn 2 hero phase. All right, so Sun's turn 2 hero phase. Just a correction there, guys. I remembered Jesse forgot one of his buffs, a kind of important one, the 2 damage from the Cruelboyz. So it would have brought them or him under, so his objective score is down. So Jesse does get 2 more points for his primary on that turn, and doing 26 damage instead of the 13 that we thought he just got through. So big difference there. Got to always remember that, especially that 2 damage buff for those guys. But with that, our battle tactic this turn is going to be the cunning approach. So as long as we get another unit into combat and destroy the Spear Boys there, we can hopefully get that battle tactic no problem. So with that, we're going to try and bring out Still. If we can get him this game, get that incarnate. There he is. So we will get out. But that's going to be it for our hero phase. Did you want to spend one to cast as well?
The only thing I could think of is maybe trying to give them, but they're out of full range, so I'm just going to keep my...
Keep the CP?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll place the incarnate. He's got to stay 9 away from everything at least, and then get into Sons of Behemat. Turn 2 movement phase. All right, so end of the movement phase. Mega coming around to help out his buddy, deal with the Cruelboyz surrounding him. The little ones coming, taking the center, also going to try and join the party and make sure we can get rid of those guys to get our battle tactic. General coming kind of back, doesn't want to get too exposed to all the shooting. I'm going to deal with this unit that teleported behind us, hopefully. But with that, we're going to go to the shooting phase. So we're going to start with Big Rock over here, going into the unit of 3 Bolt Boys on the far side. So hitting on a 3, hits. Wounds on a 2. That's 2 dead Bolt Boys. And then General's firing into Cruelboyz over here on a 3 and 2. Again, that's Ren 3. So just 2 Spear Boys.
Yep.
Definitely making it the charge harder. I like it. The little ones are going to throw theirs into the unit of 6 Bolt Boys. So these guys hit on 5s. We got 1 hit. Still wounds on a 2. Ren 2.
Straight through.
For D3. Oh, doesn't finish one.
Safe.
And then Mega Gargant throwing point blank at his feet on a 3, and then 2. Oh, and he misses. How did he miss so close? So that's going to be it for shooting. So we try for, or I guess the other,
Yeah,
try for the counter shoot.
Yeah, so I think we'll just shoot into them.
Sure.
And we'll just use our single shots. So it'll be 3s and 3s.
They're -1 to hit.
Oh yeah, sorry. So just
4s.
2. And then 1 wound, -2, 2 damage.
Straight through. Almost got 1 gone. All right, and then time for some charges. So starting with our big Mega Gargant here first. He's looking for at least a 7. That's more than enough, but I don't want to get him even too far off because try and keep him near the objective at least as well. Then we're going to try with General. He's going to make it as well. I'm smashing into some Cruelboyz. And then we'll go with the Incarnate. He needs a 9. He's not going to make it. We want to try a reroll for him. Sure. Oh no, I can't even spend on, I don't think he can spend on himself. Save it for Man Crushers anyway. We'll see where these guys can go if they can get into the party. They absolutely can. And they're just going to kind of pile in on the side here, but make sure we still hold that objective there. And see where those guys end up, and then see if Jesse wants to countercharge us. Alright, so after finishing piling into the Cruelboyz on the forest here, Jesse's opting, he's going to try to countercharge with the Sludge Raker. He's looking for a 9 to get at the Man Crushers.
Oh,
And
gets
that's an
it.
11, so he's going to come join the party.
Want some blood. Have to back him up though. Tail swipe you.
That's a-okay. Alright, so we got a bunch of rampages to do here. So first start with the Man Crushers. They're going to do our regular stomp, but they get some bonus mortal damage on it for each member in the unit, potentially, if we can get it off here. So for D3, plus 3. So it's going to be 5 mortal wounds going into
the gut rippers?
Yeah, the gut rippers there. And then each of these guys are going to be trying to do the jump up and down. So first one, can we get it? He does. So we're 15 at the start. Doing it all at the same time here. So these are on 5s or 6s are going to be a mortal wound. So that's going to get 2 of the gut rippers.
How much damage is it? Just 2 damage?
Yeah, mortals. Okay. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 4 overall.
Okay, the wound
2 down. And then the last one is going to try for, I guess maybe we want to make sure they can't use heroic commands. Yeah, let's go for that. So there we go. So no all-out defense for them at least, or all-out attack. But I think they were hoping for defense.
Okay.
And then last, go with my boss over here. I guess because we still have access because of the tribe, we'll try for another jump up and down, which he does not get.
Too sneaky.
Yeah. But then your Sleddraker's got a rampage.
He does not actually, for some reason. But I do have, so at the start of the combat phase, I'm going to be trying to do a dirty trick here.
Okay.
We're going to try to make him strike last.
Okay, on the wounded one.
So on a 2+, so that goes off. And then we can only do that one, so we'll just do that.
Alright, so he has strike last. Alright, so let's pile in with one of our units and see where we're going to be swinging first. Alright, so we are going to knock over some trees, pile these guys in where we need them, and get the one-man crusher going to be swinging into the boys near the megas, and then 2 going for the boss himself. First, these guys are going to start off, going to do stuff them in a bag. Only get the 1 dice now, I think. Hopefully, maybe that gets changed so they each will. So we will just kill one cruel boy outright, stuff him in his bag. And then given these guys, we'll give them the all-out attack so we can hope they can get the damage through. And then for the one going into the Cruelboyz, he is from the honor guard there, but it's only, this one is your general here.
No, he's my general.
General there, okay.
Yeah,
but he's only just going to get the extra rend because we gave the choice for infantry. So he will have the extra rend against these guys here, but nothing against the Snatcher boss here. So first we'll go with the one going into just the regular Cruelboyz.
And I will also pop the Mork's Eye Pebble this round.
Okay.
And then I'll also give him the +1 to save for all our defense.
Alright.
It's down to 1 CP.
Got it. So going into the guys first with the club. So hitting on 3s with all out. That's going to be 3 hits. Wounds on 2s. So that's 3 at Rend 3.
That's into...
sorry. The club is only the Rend 1. So with the extra Rend 2. Because other ones are Rend 2.
So I'll go straight through then.
So yeah, just Rend 2. Sorry, not 3.
Yeah, they're 5 up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that is then 6 damage.
Okay, so just word save there. Damn!
Okay.
Okay, what the hell is that roll?
And then the headbutt on a 3 hits, wounds on a 2, doesn't wound, and then the kicks hits and doesn't wound. All right, so then the rest into the boss on 3s and 2s. So that is 6 at Rend 1.
So just 5s, or I guess it'd stay at 4s because all out. So 3 through.
So for 6 damage.
Okay. And then his mighty ward save just saves 1.
Okay.
5 damage.
Then 2 headbutts, both miss, both kicks, both hit, and both wound at Rend 2.
5s, both go through.
D3s, 4 damage.
Okay. 5s, stop 1 more. So now they're 3.
Okay. All right, then Jesse's choice to pile in and swing back. All right, so going with the Spear Boys into the Wounded Mega.
Yep, so we've got 8 guys there.
All right, give them all out defense.
Yep, so 4s and 3s. 6 is doing mortals. And, oops. So 4 saves,
regular.
and then 2 mortals.
So on 3-ups, so somehow still fills 3 of those. And then how many mortals?
Just 2.
2, so it takes 5 more damage.
2 still, okay.
So we've got 4 left.
Close.
Let's leave that instead of all those dice there. All right, then time for 2 megas to punch. Oh, I guess we'll go with the general first, bigger, right? Just to keep him as healthy as possible. So hitting on 4s and wounded on 2s. So that's 2 at Ren 2.
Straight through.
For 6 damage.
Okay.
So there it is.
That'll be
flat. And then time for Snatch a Boss.
Okay. So start with the grappling hook. So it's going to be 3s and 3s -1, but crit mortals. So 2 hits. 2 wounds, -1. 3 damage each, though.
6s. We stop 1.
Okay, and then we've got the Sludge Draker Bite. So 3s and 2s. Not a crit mortal on that. So 1 at -1.
What's up? Oh.
D3 plus 3. 4.
4 damage, okay.
And then I just need to see if he's battle damaged. Not yet. And so the talons will be 4s and 2s -1. 2 at -1. 2 damage.
6s. Nope. So another 4.
And then I'll just do this now so I won't forget. Since they had damage allocated to them on a 3+ or on a 2+, they take that much mortal wounds. So no.
Ooh. That's the new, like, the tail.
I guess that's technically his rampage.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But it happens like
afterwards.
After he fights.
It's pretty cool. All right, let's see. Can the Gatebreakers get it done and get rid of these Spear Boys? So starting with, I guess if they don't have punch back, I can just do the same time.
Yeah.
Because we don't have.
No one
I
else
did all out. Yeah, so nobody. So we did lose a couple attacks from the 1. But let's see. Combined, can the flails get it?
Ooh.
We're looking for 4s. 3 hits on 10 attacks.
Brutal.
But 3 wounds at Ren 2.
So that'll be straight through.
For 9 damage. So
actually, sorry, they would have a 6 because they still have
the +1, right?
Sorry, so 3?
3?
Nope.
So 9 damage. So 4 plus the wounded. And then combine their kicks on 4s. 2 hits. 2s. 2 at Run 2.
Yep.
D3s. Only get 1.
So 2 damage. Sorry.
Yeah, total there. And then 2 grips.
2 grips. Can the grips do it?
1 hit. Wounds. Run 2.
Yep.
For 3 damage.
Oh,
leaving him alive with 1 wound.
Missing morale now.
Yep. Alright, so that's going to be it for Mega's combat this turn, but we are going to score all the objectives. We have the primary, both secondaries, and more, so we will get 6 points, but unfortunately we won't get our battle tactic because one stupid spear boy had to stick around with 1 wound. But with that, we will get into Cruelboyz, turn 2, hero phase. Alright, so turn 2, hero phase for Cruelboyz. What's your battle tactic going to be, Jesse?
So we're going to be going for Slay the Entourage, trying to finish up those
Man crushers.
Crushers. So starting with the hero phase, we're going to give the extra range to these 3 here.
Yep.
And then we will also try to give him the +1 save with his potion there.
Got it.
Does go off.
Okay. Just going to double check. I don't think we're in range.
That one's...
But we are actually near a place of power. No, we're not nearly in range.
Just let me double check. Actually, it might only be on infantry, which would not be fun. Yep, infantry. So he'll just give it to himself then.
Okay.
And then he'll try to cast the spell on him if it is also any unit. Which I'll just double check because I don't want to cheat you. Yep, so this one's any Cruelboyz unit.
Okay.
So on a 6, it goes off.
Okay.
So that one will just have the +1 to save. And then I think that's everything for our hero phase, if I'm not mistaken. So if you'd like to cast anything.
Nope, we only got just the Incarnate who is out. So with that, we'll get into Kruleboyz. Turn to movement phase. Alright, so end of the movement phase, both boys kind of just edging along where they can, some staying still to get that +1 to hit. The other Snatcher Boss moving up to join the party. Everybody else over here, the ones kind of staying put so they can fire down and try and remove that Incarnate or try and help out with these Man Crushers to get that battle tactic. So starting with the Kruleboyz, turn to shooting phase, which both boys are going to start us off.
So we're going to start off with the unit of 6 there.
Yep.
Because they are part of your entourage, so we'll get the +1 to hit and wound. Try and get our battle tactic here. So just 1 shot each, but we're going to be 2s and 2s.
All out defense, so we have a save.
Alrighty. Still 2 misses, no auto wounds. And then still that, so 4 at -2.
6 is gives 1. No.
2 damage each.
So that's 8 damage, so 5 kills 1, and then there'll be 3 left over.
And then, okay, so we'll go with the single bolt boy. Try and help out the battle tactique. So 1 miss, because he did move, that one did move. And then fails to wound. So I guess we gotta go with the beast skewer, just to make sure we get it, because I don't trust the sludge striker. So it'll be 2 shots. +1 to hit because he did not move. So it'll be 3s and 2s. So 1 auto wound, so it just goes straight through, and it'll be -3 because you're a monster.
Ooh, straight through.
So D6 for
1 damage. All right.
Shoots a finger off.
Yeah.
And then for this solo guy, he's just gonna shoot into
That big one here.
big one there.
2 hits.
1 auto wound. Just 1 auto wound at -2.
6. He's
Ooh,
good.
Blocks it with a shield. All right. And then that's all my shooting. So we just have some charges here. Oh, he doesn't really want to, but we got to do some damage. So he's going to charge in.
Yep.
Get some blood. Ooh, he's a little scared too.
6. He's kind of just going for the wounded one, I think.
Yeah. So just go right into there. Okay. And then technically in the combat phase, I'll just roll it now for us before we cut here. So we're just going to try to make this guy strike. We'll do this guy strike last.
On the Man Crusher, sure thing.
So it goes off, so he's strike last.
All right. And then we'll get into some rampages here. All right. So you said you guys don't have any rampages?
So technically the rampage
that end one.
happens at the end. So
Cool. So Wounded Mega, he's going to try the Colossal Slam on the Snatcher Boss that just charged into him. So on a 3+, he's going to pick him up.
Suplex.
And suplex him kind of behind here. So the other Mega can beat on him if he wants. And he'll take D3 mortal wounds from that. So he'll take 2 mortal wounds.
Okay.
And then the last one's going to try and get lucky with his jump up and down to finish that last Spear Boy. So on a 3+, goes off. And now we need a 5+. Hey, there's a mortal wound to get him.
So he's out of the way at least.
He is out of the way. And then lastly, Earth-Shaking Roar. We'll try here into this Snatcher Boss. So on a 3+, does not go off.
Okay.
So he is free to use commands. But with that, so who is going to start us off for the combat phase?
We're going to go with him because we want to try and keep him alive, and we'll use all-out attack.
Yep.
Our last CP there. And we're just going to be going after the injured guy, I think.
Got it. Just putting everything into him.
Yeah,
sure.
I just want to make sure.
Yep.
So starting with the grappling hook, so it'll be 2s and 3s.
2.
So 2 at -1.
5 up.
Yeah, 3 damage each on that.
Ooh, he's got 1 left.
All right, the Sludge Striker bite. So 2s and 2s. So -1 on that.
5 up. Gets through. That'll get him.
Yep. So it'll be D3 plus 3.
All right.
And the other attacks are wasted, but
we'll just roll to see where you can timber.
6.
6. So I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'll just
at a point though he doesn't hit any of your stuff because it's the same where he won't hurt mine.
Cool.
For the megas. I mean, I guess you could go over this way to try and hurt the Man Crusher, but you will hit your Snatcher.
Yeah, I think that could definitely hurt him, so we'll just keep it like that.
That is 1 mega gone. So with that, since he's gone, I guess we might as well try the Man Crusher.
So he has strike last.
Oh, right,
yeah,
dang
yeah.
it. Okay, then I guess
Go
back to over here.
Yeah.
What were we saying? Might as well use last CP. We will give ourselves the all-out attack. See if we can finish him off. So hitting on 3s with the flail. Gave us 1. And 2s. So that's 3 at Ren 2.
Okay, so just 6s. Nope.
So that'll be 9 damage.
Ooh.
And then kicks. 1 hit. Wounds. Ren 2.
How many, sorry? Just 1?
Just 1.
Blocks
Stops it. And the squeeze hits. And wounds. Ren 2.
Yep.
For D6,
Good
need. Oh, he's got what? 14 was it?
Yeah, so you'll do.
Oh, so he has 2 left.
6, 12. No, yeah, so you got him because you already did 2 to him from the slam.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, so just enough.
The slam
We'll
got you.
finish him off.
Yep.
And then can the Snatcher Boss do 8 damage for the tactic?
All right, so with the grappling hook here, 3s and 3s. 2 at -1.
Okay. 6s.
Oh,
Okay.
It's your turn to roll. Man.
Okay.
All right, so the bite 3s. Oh.
Misses.
And then we've got the talons. This would be 4s.
Oh no, 1.
That's not gonna be enough. -1.
6.
2 damage.
2.
I just need to check his festering wounds. So he does get to do the festering wounds still, but you technically get to fight first.
Oh, so it goes after. Okay.
Yeah.
So the chance if I killed him, it wouldn't happen possibly. So on a 4+ for the club. Too bad he's way too big to stuff him in a bag. So 2 at Ren 1.
5 stops 1.
Oh, he has the +1
Oh, right,
save,
so-
so he'd stay. So still 1 gets
Yeah.
through for 2 damage.
Okay.
And then headbutt misses. Oh, we needed that. And the kick hits. And 2s to wound. Oh, stay in the kill. 1 wound. Ren 2 gets through for D3. 3 damage. That will kill him.
Yep. Okay.
Man Crusher stays up. And does the festering still
So
trigger?
I don't know because technically he'd be off the table, but it does say declare any enemy unit that had any damage points allocated to it, but the ability's technically on the model, so I'm gonna say it doesn't.
Okay. So Man Crusher will survive. I mean, it was just a chance, right? Because if you did roll the 6, you did the 6 damage, you could have brought him down.
Well, it only did. Yeah, it can only do a max of D3, right? So
Oh, it's
yeah,
D3. Sorry, yeah, I thought it was 2+.
It's not a
whatever.
huge. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so with that, that's going to be it for Cruelboyz turn 2. Unfortunately, Jesse's not going to get his battle tactic and then also take the objective here or win the fight over here to take the objective. So that is going to be a scoreless turn for Cruelboyz as we go to that turn 3 priority.
4.
2 is Jesse's choice.
I think our only option at this point of the game is to take it and then try to basically, if we can kill these 2 and kind of cut
And
it
then
down.
try and come back in those final 2 turns.
I think that's obviously sucks because I don't get to do a battle tactic, but I think we're just trying to go for killing as much as possible. So I think I'll take it.
Okay. And then so you get to see where's our active objective going to be. So from Jesse's right to left, so it will be over by our incarnate here.
Okay.
All right, so with that, we'll get into Cruelboyz, turn 3, hero phase. All right, so turn 3, hero phase for Cruelboyz. What are we casting, Jesse?
So we're going to be trying to go for the chains. Was going to go for sun, but it's not really going to help me out too much here because it has to be 9 away. So we'll just try and bring up the chains to slow him down. So we need I think it's a 7 there. A 6. So it does go off.
Perfect.
Just gonna surround him with the chains. And I think they do damage at the end of the turn. So it would be in the hero phase, so on a 3+ or on a 2+, they do D3 mortals to him. So just 1 mortal.
That's 1 mortal, okay.
And then we'll just try and give himself the potion.
Okay.
It goes off, so he's got a +1 to his save.
Perfect.
And that'll be all that I can do for right now.
Yep, we got no reactions.
Yep, so I'll just go to my movement phase,
All
unless
right.
you would like to cast anything, but I don't think you can.
Nope, so we're going to Cruelboyz, turn 3, movement phase. Alright, so end of the movement phase, Bolt Boy over here staying still, the Shaman moving up to put some pressure on the objective, Beastgear staying still, and then the rest of the boys moving up to get closer to the objectives and lay down some covering fire. So with that, we're going to go to the shooting phase. Who's starting us off with the shooting?
So we're going to do the Beast Skewer, and then we will use skewering bolts. So once per phase, or once per army shooting ability, just gets to do flat damage 6 on his bow there, but it has to target a monster, so we'll just go right into him.
Into the big guy, yeah.
He hasn't moved, so it'll be 2 shots, 3s, 2s, and 3s. 3s to wound, so 1 hit, 1 wound, -3.
Straight through.
Just 6 damage.
Alright. Ow.
Kablamo. And then...
Just 1 got through, right?
Yep, just 1. So then this guy will just shoot him as well.
Same target.
1 auto wound, and that's it. So -2.
6 up. Good, again.
Alright, and then these boys, we're going to just do their... I think we'll just do the -2 round 1. So 7 shots, but 3s and 3s, because they moved. That's an auto wound there.
Oh, but it is because he...
Right, yeah.
So it is on... You will wound on 2s because he's part of the regiment.
Right, okay. So it'll be 5 at -2.
Straight through. That'll drop him.
Yay, got 1. And then we just have the one that moved there, and he'll just shoot into the incarnate there. Hits, and then wounds.
Straight through, 2 damage, right?
Yep.
Or... Nope, takes 2.
Okay, he's got a 6 up ward. Oh,
yeah,
straight through, yeah, right. Fortunately, I can't. That's gonna be it. Because Shaman can't charge. He did run. So we'll just stay put like that, I guess.
Fortunately, still not getting on any objectives there, but slowing down. So now it's going to take some time to get near the Bolt Boys, and they'll be able to get a few rounds of shooting before the last 2 megas might be able to get near them. So with that, we'll go to megas, turn 3, hero phase. Alright, so turn 3 for megas. Our battle tactic is going to be something to our slay the regiment. So we're going to try and take out Jesse's general right there near the mega. And with that, we don't have any castings. We already have our incarnate. So that is going to be nice and quick for our hero phase. Did you want to try spending 1 to cast?
Nah.
Are you going to save it?
Yeah, yep.
Alright, so with that, we'll get to megas. Turn to movement phase. Alright, so end of the movement, just moving around. Jesse did the roll for the chains. We lost 1 inch and took an extra mortal wound there. And the general just moving up, towing inside the forest so he can throw his rock at the solo Bolt Boy. And then the incarnate coming around to take on the big unit of Bolt Boys there. So first starting off, throwing a rock at the general. Hits. And wounds for Ren 3.
Oh, straight through.
4 damage. And then try and kill that lonely Bolt Boy from the general's rock. Hits. And doesn't wound, he's alive.
Dodges it.
And then Jesse's going to
Just gonna shoot with
covering fire, yep. Into the incarnate, see if they can stop it.
So it'll be 4s and 3s. Ooh, we
Ooh.
get some auto wounds though, and that's all we get.
Okay.
So
that's
3 at -2.
So straight through, but just going to his ward, which he doesn't stop any, so he takes another 6 damage. No
Still
problem.
alive there.
Yeah, pretty sure he has 12.
Yeah.
And then for charges, starting to get the general, he's in there. Stay on the objective. Our general's going to try a long bomb. He needs a 12. He didn't make it. And then the incarnate makes it.
No problem there.
Take both of those. We'll go with Incarnate first and see if we can't get rid of some of those boat boys. Alright, so piled in with the Incarnate, just have our one rampage to do from our Mega over here. He's just going to try for our new Mega Charge, so it's on the 2+ D3, so it'll be 2 mortal wounds.
Just finished him off.
Alright, that'll get him. So then with the Incarnate, he's got 6 attacks. Hitting on 4s, we'll give him the all-out attack to hit on 3s. Didn't need it. And wounds on 2s. So that's 4 at Ren 2.
Straight through.
For 12 damage.
It'll be exactly.
All 6 of them.
I guess they had 1 wound there, but.
Yeah. So the last bolt boy. Can he finish him?
Oh, okay. You got 2 attacks. He's the sergeant. 1 hit. 1 wound. No rend.
4 up. He's good. Well, I guess he did have a 4 up save. He would have had a 6 up save all along. I thought he had a poor save like the others, but he's okay. So that's going to be it for combat this turn. So that's going to be 10 points for Megas as we have all the objectives and still holding the primary and getting our battle tactic for slay the regiment. So that's going to put us up to 25-6 after 3. So with that, unfortunately, we are going to call it here. Just a couple of Cruelboys left over. Not able to get on the objectives, and just both of us, the one battle Mega Gargant left with just a couple of wounds. And the Cruelboys left with just the 1 wound, stopping some battle tactics. Really affected those points. I believe that was on the 2nd turn there. Mm-hmm. But really cool. I think the new Cruelboys are way better. A lot of those buffs were pretty awesome to see all go in unison. And never seen the Spear Boys do 26 damage to a Mega in 1 swing, which was really awesome. But yeah, lots of cool little buffs and neat little rule with their dirty tricks, how they get to keep using them, and then it just gets harder to keep using them if you want to keep using all of them.
Fun, yeah.
But just really fluffy, really thematic, I think, for Cruelboys. But hope you guys like this very bloody, very destructive battle here between our 2 forces of destruction. Still lots of armies to show off in this edition. Still learning so many of these new armies and the new rules and just the best ways to interact with some of these new mechanics, especially all these cool, awesome new command abilities. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's battle report. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you guys can stay up to date on all things Gaming Grotz. And until next time,
have a good one.